dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Macy Marie. Tonight, a Kentucky-based company will be featured on CBS's 60 Minutes. AppHarvest hopes to change the way America grows food by using an agricultural model from the Netherlands. Chelsea Jones explains.
A Kentucky-based company is changing the way we grow food here in America.
We've got to find a way to make fresh fruits and vegetables more accessible.
It's called AppHarvest. The company is taking a successful agricultural model in the Netherlands and seeing what that could mean for Appalachian communities in eastern Kentucky.
We could fit the entire country of the Netherlands inside of eastern Kentucky in landmass. And the Netherlands has the second most agriculture exports in the world, only behind the U.S.
So what's behind the Netherlands' success? Greenhouses.
So they're growing indoors where we're using artificial lighting to maximize yields while also putting the water directly to the roots of the plants.
AppHarvest is building a similar greenhouse in Moorhead, an area suffering from the decline of coal.
It's the people of eastern Kentucky that have powered our country through coal over the last few decades. And it's that work ethic, that tenacity, that grit that we're trying to harness for this industry.
AOL co-founder Steve Case and best-selling author J.D. Vance have invested in the project, which will be featured tonight on 60 Minutes. Creating 280 jobs, their greenhouse in Moorhead will produce tomatoes, one of the largest U.S. imports from Mexico.
We're positioning the eastern part of our state to be the ag tech capital of America.
In Lexington, Chelsea Jones, WYMT Mountain News.
The 60 Minutes episode featuring AppHarvest airs tonight at 7 after the NCAA selection show on WYMT. We now know the name of a pregnant woman who died after being found with gunshot wounds in Whitley County. Kentucky State Police tell us Jerry Johnson was pronounced dead at Baptist Health in Corbin Saturday evening. Doctors were able to deliver her baby, and that baby is in critical condition. An autopsy of Johnson's body is scheduled for today. We do not know any other information at this time about her death, but we will continue to update you as we get more of that information on air and on WYMT.com. A school bus driver was arrested and charged with DUI after crashing into a security pole with 33 students on board. The Oldham County Police say Leslie Harvey was driving a school bus Friday afternoon when she struck several security poles at the entrance to a subdivision on her bus route. No students were hurt, and the bus only has minor damage. While Harvey did tell her supervisors that she hit something, she kept driving before the school asked her to stop.
And we have seen plenty of sunshine throughout the days, maybe a few clouds out there, but overall it's not looking too bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our cameras. You're looking at US 119, US 23 in Jenkins. It's absolutely beautiful over there, and Macy made the comment earlier. We're starting to see a little bit more green in those trees and in the grass as spring will hopefully quickly arrive. Now, as we look at Whitesburg camera downtown, beautiful conditions there, a few clouds in the sky as well. Satellite and radar, you'll notice those showers up to the north. Well, that's really where they've stayed. Stray chance for some of those northern counties along I-64, but we've just seen a few clouds throughout eastern Kentucky. Those temperatures, though, they're not too bad, into those low to mid 50s. Some spots got into the upper 50s, down into the Cumberland Valley along the Kentucky and Tennessee line, and we're seeing those winds starting to shift out of the west now, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour, being a little bit more gusty as that front starts to approach us, which it's not going to bring us any rain, but it will bring some cooler temperatures as we go into your Monday. Good news is sunshine does continue for a little bit before those scattered rain chances return once again. Macy.
All right, thank you, Paige. Definitely ready for that wonderful spring weather. High schoolers played for the state championship today, and a team out of Pulaski County making their first appearance in the state title game. Sports Director Marcus Browning joins us now, and he has more on that. Marcus?
Yeah, Macy, state champion was crowned in Lexington this afternoon for high school girls basketball. Southwestern Warriors making their first appearance in the state title game. Southwestern taking the court for the state finals, representing the 12th region for this year. The third straight year as well. Their opponent, the Ryle Lady Raiders, and no team wearing the luck of the Irish on St. Patrick's Day, but Lady Luck definitely on Ryle's side. After seeing Southwestern net the first bucket, Ryle would go on a 15-0 run, leading the Lady Warriors 15-2. Southwestern would net 2 baskets towards the end of the first as Sharon pulls up for 2. Then it's Reggie Cundiff doing her thing. Lady Warriors, though, they trail 17-6 after 8 minutes of play. So we go second quarter. Lady Warriors scored just a basket more in the second frame to finish the half with 14 points. Cundiff had 10. And despite cutting Ryle's lead to single digits in the fourth, the Lady Raiders pulled away, claiming the state title 63-48. And the NCAA tournament teams were just announced over on WYMT as it is Selection Sunday. Here's a live look inside John Calipari's house as the Wildcats are watching the selection show. The team, of course, always gathers together at Coach Cal's house to watch the show as they see who and where they will play this week. I'll have more details on the Kentucky Wildcats and what their road to the Final Four looks like here in just a few minutes coming up in sports. Macy?
All right, thank you, Marcus. And that reminds us it's time once again for Hoops Hysteria on WYMT.com and your chance to play our NCAA tournament bracket game. You can also compete against some of the WYMT staff and win a 65-inch smart TV. A $1 million prize will be awarded nationally if someone correctly picks all of those games, so good luck on that. You can register now and fill out your bracket. And like Marcus said, pairings being announced right now just moments ago. You have until 15 minutes before the first game on March 21st to sign up. U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is making a couple of stops in the Bluegrass to talk about drug addiction. The senator will have conferences at each site talking about his legislative efforts in combating the opioid epidemic. Those stops include one at the Volunteers of America Freedom House in Louisville and another in Kenton County at the detention center. Jim Carroll, a representative with the Office of National Drug Control Policy, will join McConnell. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, $10 million will be made available to Tennessee for emergency repairs to flood-damaged roads. Tennessee experienced heavy rain throughout late February. The funding will be used to pay for repairs done to both restore and prevent additional damage. Over in Ohio, the U.S. Department of Justice criticized Cincinnati Public Schools for its handling of a $5 million school safety grant. The department accuses a school employee of pocketing money meant for that safety-related program. The employee is accused of raising her own pay and hiring people with criminal records to walk elementary school students. The program, known as the Walking School Bus, was put in use at 8 schools, and that's now suspended. In national news, police in New York say a suspect is now in custody as the investigation into the murder of a mob boss intensifies. Francesco Frankie Boy Cali was gunned down earlier this week in front of his home. Kenneth Craig reports from the police headquarters.
After Francesco Cali's murder, there is a new development in a case that has caught national attention.
We do not believe this was a random act.
Police say they have a suspect in custody. Investigators believe 24-year-old Anthony Camello killed Cali, the reputed boss of the Gambino crime family. It's the first time an alleged mafia don has been gunned down on the streets of New York City in more than 30 years. But police wouldn't say if it was a mob hit or something else.
Everything is on the table at this point. Again, less than 12 hours we have had him in our custody. The investigation continues, and these are the answers that we will seek.
Cali emerged from his home Wednesday night after a truck backed into his vehicle. Police say it's possible the gunman may have staged the accident to lure Cali from his home. A law enforcement source tells CBS News footage from the property shows Cali and the shooter having a conversation and shaking hands before Cali was shot 10 times.
We believe we have fingerprints recovered from that vehicle as well as other places. We are still in the process of processing evidence, including for forensically digital evidence. So we hope to get some of these answers as this comes forward. 3 days into the investigation, so we'll need a little more time.
Police say they are not ruling out the possibility that other people may be involved. And during a news conference here at NYPD headquarters, detectives said this investigation is far from over. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
A church service was held on Sunday for the victims of the terrorist attacks in Christchurch, New Zealand. The Christchurch mayor, Leon Dalziel, was seen outside the church as hundreds of people turned out to pay their respects. The death toll from Friday's massacres at two mosques rose to 50 after police found another victim while removing bodies from the crime scenes. And still to come on Mountain News Weekend Edition. Are you feeling lucky? Maybe the luck of the Irish is with you today. Well, if so, now might be the time to buy a Powerball ticket. We'll explain.
And a weak front will move in and provide cooler temperatures for your Monday. Find out just how chilly we will be coming up in just a few minutes.